Vietnam Veterans of America Foundation, otherwise known as VVAF, works in war-affected countries around the world, running comprehensive rehabilitation, education, and advocacy programs. In addition to providing prosthetic limbs, wheelchairs, physical therapy, and other tools that get people moving again, VVAF helps people to become fully integrated into their communities and to lead healthy, active lives.
Hi, I'm Bobby Muller, President of Vietnam Veterans of America Foundation. We're an organization that's dedicated to addressing the causes, the conduct, and particularly the consequences of conflict. We've come a long way since 1991 when we started our rehabilitation programs in Cambodia for landmine victims. Today we operate in countries all around the world, and our programs have grown. We no longer regard rehabilitation as simply putting an artificial limb on a person or providing them mobility through a wheelchair. We see it as a much more substantial requirement to actually address the person as a whole person and to even change how a disabled person sees themselves and feels about themselves every bit as much as we try and change how their community and their society regards them. And one of our more recent programs, Sports for Life, has proved very powerfully successful in getting people, particularly those disabled people, to have a sense of confidence and pride and self-esteem. And it's also been really interesting to see how the society regards these folks differently when they look at them in terms of what they can do instead of what they can't do.
Sports for Life is a natural extension of the rehabilitation work that we've been doing for the past decade. It's about creating opportunities for people with disabilities and other disadvantaged members of war-affected societies to participate in the life of their community. Sports brings people together around a common interest. It brings them together to talk about their ideas, their experiences, and then sometimes they can even move beyond that to talk about other issues that are of importance to them. They go on to talk about accessibility, about political rights, about education, about employment. In the war-affected countries that we work in, people with disabilities are often treated almost as subhuman. They're like second-class citizens. For instance, in Cambodia, a person with a disability is seen as somebody who's done something wrong in the past life. In other words, they've earned their disability. It's about bad karma. Sports for Life is trying to change those kinds of attitudes. It promotes the idea that everyone has the right to participate, to play, and to have fun. But it also goes beyond that. It's not only sports for sport's sake. It's about using sports as a vehicle for change. We will develop programs that incorporate sports at the therapeutic level, the recreational level, and the competitive level. We've been supporting the national standing volleyball team in Cambodia since 1999. They've gone from playing on their home court at our King Klang Rehabilitation Center in Cambodia all the way to playing on the world stage, the Paralympics, and in the World Cup Games in Slovakia in 2001.
One thing that's now been recognised in Cambodia is that the volleyball athletes have attained a new level of agility that wasn't seen here before amongst amputees. What we're trying to do is set up one sustainable sports structure. We've gone to volleyball. It's a de facto national sport. Wherever you go, there's volleyball being played.
In 2 short years, the players have really become ambassadors for their nation, turning societal notions of disability upside down.
Attack, mais pas de faute. Black, easy. Let's go. Cambodia. Good, loud.
The efforts of the volleyballers are having a great impact on Cambodian society, as well as on the lives of individual players.
Members of my team now put on their uniform and their short pants and literally strut. They strut around the street like this. They're brilliant role models. They're showing that we can do it.
We've been implementing sports-related programs in Kosovo since 1999. incorporating mind awareness into soccer training, and doing sports in isolated ethnic minority villages. In 2000, we hired disability program expert and wheelchair athlete Andrew Houghton to travel to Kosovo for us and take a look at disability sports programming there.
The day we went out to play tennis was quite amazing. We brought 5 children with disabilities, all different disabilities, and Emina, she didn't want to play at first. In fact, none of them wanted to play. But once we got a couple of them out there and they started hitting the balls, the others joined in. It's typical, it happens all the time. You never know what it's like until you get out there and participate. And for example, with Emina, she turned out to be a very good player. She had the inherent skills to be able to hit the ball back and forth and indicated that she wants to continue playing sports.
What Andy found is that most groups don't have the equipment, the information, or the training that they need in order to create meaningful sports programs. In fact, about 80 people around the province expressed interest in learning how to play wheelchair basketball and wheelchair tennis, and yet there were only 20 sports chairs to be found throughout the whole province. EVAF brought together disability and sports organizations to put on a day-long event highlighting sports and cultural activities for people with disabilities.
Here in Kosovo, sports and recreation is at the infancy stage. There's a lot of work to be done to developing sports programs and recreational programs that are going to include people with disabilities. It's about inclusion, it's about participation, it's about raising awareness, and it's about increased self-confidence in being able to contribute as an active member of society.
In the coming months, we plan to build on the activities that we've been doing in Kosovo and Cambodia, not only expanding our work in those countries, but going global with Sports for Life, taking it into other countries that we work in, like Ethiopia, Vietnam, Angola. We plan to provide training and technical support and material assistance to people in these war-affected countries so that they can create meaningful sports programs, programs that make a difference.
As I've had the opportunity to travel to our programs around the world, I've come to appreciate even more how fortunate I've been to be an American veteran. Because when I was wounded, I came back to quality medical care, and I had really good rehabilitative programs that provided me a real opportunity to get back into society. As I think back on those years, the most effective program that I had were the sports programs. They were the ones that really gave me that sense of confidence, that can-do attitude. It was a powerful motivator for me. I look around the world and I see 2 universals to our work. One is through the music programs, and 2, through sports. Our recent program, Sports for Life, is something we really are very excited about. But we need you. We need your financial support to help us grow these programs and to take advantage of literally the limitless opportunities that are out there. We have more countries that we can go to. We need more equipment. We need more coaches and trainers. We need sponsorship money to have our athletes travel around the world. We need help. Please join us in this really deserving program.